Long story short, that's how I got to out here in the country, and everything you see here is in my former life as an FDIC bank examiner. My next move would have been to go to New York City or go to Washington, D.C. And that's just not me. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I wanted to be out in the country. I wanted to be part of rural America, Main Street America, and have a community sense.
It's almost kind of ironic that Sal got into the banking field. Sal went from college to Vietnam to the FDIC, and he went from the FDIC to getting a job at the Cattaraugus County Bank as, I believe, a vice president. And I don't think Sal was there for more than a week, and they appointed him, the board appointed him as interim president.
First thought that comes to my mind regarding Vietnam was in a way, that's what got me into banking, because when I got out of college, I could not get a job with my economics degree because of the draft. So I knew I was going to be drafted, and I was able to get employment with the FDIC, the government, and they would take me back when I got out of the service. So that, in a strange way, that's how I got into banking. The year in Vietnam was more difficult emotionally and mentally. I'd like to think that my years of playing sports toughened me up mentally for that. My spouse, my wife of 41 years, wrote me literally letters every day. But Vietnam taught me that every day is precious. Vietnam taught me that you have to, you work and you protect and you fight for the buddies next to you. And again, I was very lucky. I was not crawling around in the jungles or anything. I was very, very fortunate. But it taught me how precious everything is and to put things into perspective. And I think I've carried that over into my banking career too. At least once a week, I think about my years and I put things in perspective of how fortunate I am for everything I have, including community banking.
One of the things that I've admired about Sal over the years is his ability to relate to people. He listens. He listens to his customers, he listens to his employees, and he listens to, ultimately, his end user. That's a great quality, and it's a quality I think that exemplifies through that sense of purpose and makes CCB what it is.
Sal's feeling when you come into the bank to a small business owner, I think, is really important because they can approach Sal.
You can talk to Sal. He listens, and he's often a supporter, and he tries to help find solutions, to the problem and to make it where if you're not up to speed or up to par on something, it's not a belittling approach. It's more of a teammate approach, a friendship approach.
If I were to describe Sal as a community banker to somebody who doesn't know Sal, I'd have to say that he is very committed to community.
Although Sal is probably most well known with our organization as somebody who brings a business perspective and helps us with a lot of the business functions, when I think of Sal as a great human being. Somebody who's very compassionate and caring, and who has over the past 20 years been a champion for our kids who need a champion.
I'm sure, Mindy, you remember you were a freshman at Colgate. And we came to visit, and you told Dad that you wanted to spend 3 months in the summer teaching English in a Burmese refugee camp on the border of Thailand and Burma. I was in shock, and Dad said, how could I say no to her when I spent a year in Vietnam? Go, Mindy. Do it. And you did it.
To me, something else about Dad that I admire is that when he always tells me, there are times that you need to say no to things, because not just because you don't have time, but because it's not what you want to do. And this is something he wants to be part of and wants to do. And I've seen that love that he has for this organization grow over the years.
He's always been a natural-born leader. The things that he thinks are important, he dedicates a lot of time and hard work to.
The sense of humor that I think he brings and that sense of real. He's not fake, he's not pretentious. He's the average guy that'll make fun of his golf swing and make fun of his skiing ability. And I think that's, that's what Sal is about.
Sal is a tremendous leader. He has lined several employees up to take a year-long course in leadership. He introduced that to CCB.
He's not afraid to say what he thinks either, which is critical when you serve on a board. And using your expertise and being able to free to say and stand up for what you believe.
I think Sal will be a great leader in the banking industry. He's had many years of service to ICBA. He's been in the forefront of developments in the industry. He'll be a great guy to carry the ball for ICBA in the next year.
I just totally respect all that he's worked for, and it's fun looking up to somebody like that. So I'm just really proud of him and excited for him, and it's fun seeing him excited, and he's really excited about this.
You were truly little girls when Dad decided to make the move from the big city to Little Valley, and he did it for us. I can say he's made the greatest decisions for us all his life.
I'm very much a proactive, optimistic person for community banking. We have the right business model. We have the right products. We have the right people. We have something the public needs and wants, and that's somebody to help them and take care of their financial dreams and their financial, in some cases, their financial problems. Now, we need the outside world and regulatory reform and regulations and examiners and an economy to give us a little help, but if they leave us alone, we can do the job.